What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and I know you want my opinion, and I'm gonna provide it. It is exactly 3 minutes until we get the FIFA 21 official gameplay trailer. So what we've seen up to this point was the teaser, the promo, what EA already had cooking behind the scenes, what they had ready for the barbecue, prep work, laying out the goods. If you're ready for FIFA 21 and you want to give away, drop a like on this video. I'm not sure what to make of the comment section. I guess whatever we're gonna see from this official gameplay trailer. All right, that should be the comments. You like it, you hate it, you're somewhere in between. I'm gonna give you my unfiltered opinion, first reaction, and I feel that I am gifted with an expertise for being able to read in between all the lines and give you guys some insider scoop of what EA's letting us know early edition. On a side note, we've done pretty well this year. Let's be transparent. Most of us played FIFA close to August. Usually post team of the season, hype, content, everything is on the down and down. But summer heat, we had a revitalization. It was hot outside, it was hot inside, it was hot on the console. Everything was burning up in the best way. 60 seconds, boys and girls. As you can see, I'm waiting like the rest of you lovely gents. I should have live streamed this on Twitch. Could have double dipped. What am I doing? Content to creator 101. You're failing right now. Give us the premiere. Give us the premiere. Here we go.
FIFA 21 rewards you for your creativity and control both on...
They keep showcasing, keep giving these arrows. We do not want green arrows all over the pitch.
And off the ball with more intelligent player positions.
Surely that's not what we want.
Scoring opportunities and player-controlled runs.
Maybe it could work. I don't know. I'm telling you, these dance moves are gonna piss you off.
Last season, dynamic one-on-ones put you in charge of 1v1 battles.
Oh, is that right? Last year, huh? FIFA 20, 1v1? No. The AI was too good on the defensive end. Could have been burning. We weren't burning. There was no smoke show. There was recovery all day. Hospital FIFA. Doctor defense.
Agile dribbling lets you unleash your creativity to go past the defender.
A little Volta.
Fast footwork to leave them lost for words.
That was a nice mix-up. Volta this year, now that it's online with your friends, should be very viable. We're going to have a new experience.
Hold down the right shoulder button and use the left stick to get close control.
Interesting. So we're bringing back the overpoweredness of... It used to be called pace control. If you guys recall, we did a lot of R2, L2. But I guess R1's getting a real booster. You could see the wiggling and working. This all resembles something we've seen before is what I'm trying to establish, to attach with my opinion. Quick movement, though. Okay. This is also head-to-head, worth mentioning. So in Ultimate Team, this is going to be quicker.
Control over the ball. See how Sterling uses his quick feet to take it around the defender and lays off that perfect through ball. Or
another cross the body situation. At the end of the day, though, I got to know what the defense is doing. Are we balanced? Do we have some degree of balance?
do it in style with the new skill moves like the bridge dribble and the ball roll fake.
Hold on. Bridge dribble they've been talking about for a minute. Are they actually going to make this an option? Are we going to have that creative feel? Is it going to be dynamic? And I say this because the bridge dribble in real life is extremely effective, where you just scoot it past the defender. Somebody comes in with a brash challenge, you push it around. Very common in real life, but it has not translated to FIFA success, and this is not the first year that EA has talked about introducing and implementing the bridge dribble. Just from a devil's advocate approach, being a little critical here. Maybe I'm a skeptic.
Explode past defenders.
I like the way that looks with the ball roll turn situation. It kind of reminds me of the flare roulette, which is underrated in FIFA 20.
And in defense, counter the oncoming attacker by using your muscle to stop them in their tracks.
They need to stop talking about defense. We've had enough defense. I've watched too much assistance this year. No more assistance. Water break. Stay hydrated. Defense. Don't tell me about defense. Creative runs. Now this we need. This. Yes, this. You know what? Yeah, I'm backtracking. I don't care. I'll take the green arrows or whatever they keep showcasing in these early trailers if that means that I'm going to have creative runs. Fine. Fine. Or blue arrows. Whatever the arrows are. Give me the arrows.
You rely on the AI to make the right runs off the ball. Now you've got more control over your...
Whoa, that shot looked odd. Yeah, okay. I think these arrows are going to be a real thing then. That's fine. I'll take the arrows if that means that I'm going to get better spacing, better triangles. smarter AI. The number one gameplay flaw in FIFA 20 is not how good the defenders are. It's not the AI blocks. It is the lack of offensive intangibles and recognizing space and running into that space. How they support what's happening on the virtual pitch. It's not realistic. They crowd you at all times. It allows for the defense to be so superior because the players aren't moving naturally. Everyone is flat-footed.
Inventive and control your teammates' runs with directed pass and go and directed runs. Watch how a tap on the left bumper and a flick of the right stick sends Salah into space before he dispatches the return.
That's interesting. I think this is very interesting. Say what you want, but we need the ability to make more runs that have that natural fluid movement. And I will say this, other players on the pitch that are not being triggered have to, and I want to stress this, they need to support properly. They need to make overlapping and drop off and push through and give you the lanes of space that are necessary to really create not only counterattacks, but the build-up and the timing that will align as one unit, as a conglomerate, just coming together to present this package. Best Christmas gift.
Or lock onto one player to take matters into your own hand.
Rewind. So if you're locking on to the one player, does that mean that the other player on the offensive end is controlled by the AI as you're moving with that secondary player? Surely that's what this is suggesting. That's massive for creativity. You may not realize it right now. I'm sure there's going to be many ways to abuse this feature, but it gives you a different level of actually making the runs into the places that you need the space. Or you can attack them directly, whether that's a near post, far post, somewhere in between.
There to take matters into your own hands.
This is a big issue, and I hope that they execute on this. By they, I mean EA Sports. Positioning awareness.
The world's best players are always in the right place at the right.
The world's best players are always in the right place at the right time. That is correct, and I don't want to be a broken record, but FIFA 20, we didn't have that. We had players that had the worst offensive IQ I've ever experienced. I'm playing on the virtual pitch with trees, bricks, neighboring pots, plants. No development up here. Low IQ.
At time. Now they have that same level of positional awareness in FIFA. World-class forwards like Sergio Aguero hold their runs to stay onside. Creative playmakers like Kevin De Bruyne find the spaces to play those incisive through balls. Midfielders.
Why do they show examples where they don't even convert the 1v1? Who's playing this game? Everyone knows this is going out to millions of people. Convert the 1v1s. We want to see the finishing.
Like Fabinho shut off passing lanes. And defensive giants like Van Dijk block more effectively when they get in the way of shots and...
Oh no, that didn't look good. Hold on. If this is our future, this is scary. Did you see the level of get up and get down? This man's dancing on the ground.
More effectively when
One,
in the way of
two.
Crosses.
That's not good. So natural collision system, I'll tell you, this is one of those areas they address every single installment, so I just can't take it with more than a grain of salt or a little cookie batter on the side, a little too much jelly or too little jelly, not the proper round. I just can't build off of this and give you a more analytic view because EA always addresses collisions and the 50-50s and the grabbing and the jockeying and the movement and how your players react or lack thereof, and every year, this is debatable if they've done this right or wrong, but they just talk about it. Where at least with agile dribbling, and I've said this before, but last time EA addressed responsiveness and agile dribbling was FIFA 15, where EA had a major voice where they're really pushing that initiative, pushing that agenda. That is a good sign. If you don't believe me, put FIFA 15 gameplay or highlights or Mike, FIFA 15 Dirty Mike, tutorials, tips, you'll see. You will see. Responsiveness was there. The point I'm making, natural collision system, can't use it, can't talk about it, can't make anything from it until you experience it firsthand, sadly.
When the ball goes loose in the box with a refreshed collision system.
Refreshed collision system. Okay.
Now you'll see less falling over and more natural outcomes when players fight to be first to the ball.
That was a new celebration.
And a focus on the fundamentals includes your feedback to unlock creativity in FIFA 21. Switch on new manual headers and send headed shots and passes exactly where you're aiming.
What this tells us is that crossing will definitely be a factor in comparison to FIFA 20, but that's not a surprise because FIFA 20 is one of those installments where you need the wings, the outlets, the cutting inside, the attacking the end line, looking for the pullbacks and the pushbacks, and some of the 50-50s are done there, and utilizing the space that you have out wide and the counters. But it's not a year of crossing at all, and mostly because you can't convert the crosses. I could still find open players, but they just don't score the header. It's a low percentage play because of the conversion rate. And especially if you're coming from that intermediate, advanced, or pro level of FIFA, you want to be efficient, or you're used to being very efficient. You're taking advantage of what the game gives you. And crossing and converting, they didn't go hand in hand. They were not in a relationship, unless it was a toxic one.
Dispatch the ball into space for your teammate to run onto with more effective long through balls.
Long through balls. I don't know if that's a good
Master
move.
those skills? Competitive mode gives you an idea of what it's like to play against the best FIFA players in the world.
This is big. Wow. EA has never in a gameplay trailer included pro FIFA players, nor have they addressed the professional FIFA scene in esports. That's big. As someone who's an esports enthusiast, always have been, if you've been a part of my channel from early years or you just know my story, I have always wanted to see FIFA transcend into being a true viable esport, and we started to see that moment or that being addressed in FIFA 2017, where we received our first competitive calendar. We had sponsors, branding, EA was supporting events, and it's gotten better every single year. There's been more money, more events, more opportunities for the players. I realize social media, a lot of you guys are going to say, well, we should be getting this, we should be getting that. I understand. I'm completely with you, and I'm not counting anyone's pockets. I just remember, like it was yesterday, a day and age where I could go to an event and win and lose money. All we had was the FIFA Interactive World Cup every year, and it was $20,000. So if you were the best player in the world, you'd make $20,000. You'd get a car, Ballon d'Or. That's good. Going to the Ballon d'Or might even be worth more than the money. And there was the possibility of maybe going into traditional esports teams. Content creation wasn't a thing. I didn't even have a Facebook yet. No YouTube, no Twitch. At that point in time, Twitch was Justin TV, a little more history lesson. No Instagram, no Twitter, no Snapchat, no TikTok. We've come a long ways, and we still have a long ways to go. FIFA esports is in its infancy stage, which I believe is a good thing, that we have so much more growth that can happen directly. But this is also a start of priority. When have you seen esports players featured in an official EA trailer? Never. Dolan, Mike, and Tex. Let's go. Shout out to the boys. So with competitor mode, what I want it to be is a way for you to work on different ways of attacking, for it to be a practice arena, or a way for you to improve or get repetition. Now, I don't believe it's going to be that at all. I will make that clear. I read what EA put on the website, and it just sounded as if it was an improved AI above legendary level or something along those lines. But at the end of the day, the AI is never going to resemble or replicate Tex or Dolan Mike.
Dribbling and all-round tactical awareness, so you can take it beyond legendary.
See, you could take it beyond legendary, but that's not a one-to-one comparison. Beyond legendary doesn't give me the feeling, the vibe, or even the matchup in comparison to a Tex, MS Desari, Diddy, whoever else they put in this video. The online experience is so important. But if you were to have the addition, EA, of a practice mode, that would be massive. Bring back where we had the ability to create our own custom set pieces, just so I could get into that mindset where I was able to now start getting a lot more creative, because you need the ability to practice set pieces from different locations. If the only time that I can practice is when I'm in online matches and then also taking part in skill games, it's not enough to replicate a lot of the scenarios. And we know those fine details, even more so if you're looking to become a competitive player, they matter. Plain and simply, they matter.
But don't worry if you miss your chance. Have another go at striking it just right with new gameplay rewinds in kickoff mode.
What is this? Gameplay rewind?
For a second shot at perfection.
What? I like the idea of attempting different shot selections. This is actually a good method for training. I'm not sure everyone's gonna be happy about this, but let's say you're playing in kickoff, you're playing versus one of your buddies, and you're saying, because I've had this debate all the time. Do I think I should have hit that on the near post? Should I have went across the body? Should I have went with a low driven? Maybe it should have been a finesse shot. I should have powered that. What's the difference if I time this finish versus not timing this finish? Though this is not online play, the rewind still gives you a secondary glimpse. So unpopular opinion, I think, but this introduction has direct value for players that are looking to analyze and really work on being more clinical.
Off mode for a second shot at perfection. That's a quick tour of some of the biggest features come into gameplay in FIFA 21. With the all-new attacking system, smarter positioning, better scoring opportunities, and player-controlled runs, you'll be rewarded for flexing your creativity and control in FIFA 21. And there's much more to come in career modes and
flexing creativity and control. Are we going to become dictators on the virtual pitch? I'm listening.
FIFA Ultimate Team.
Well, and that's the trailer. Let's do a recap. Well, those are my raw thoughts from a first watch. There's some good to take away from this trailer. Outside of what we already know, online play with Volta with a group of friends as a collective co-op. You also have co-op and ultimate team. Gameplay side, responsiveness was mentioned multiple times in their write-up. We see agile dribbling. Clearly EA is caring about being able to sidestep in some of the movement. Runs, dynamic plays, 1-2s, spacing, support, more of a simulation feel. There's a lot of good. I don't know what's going to happen on the defensive side, and I'm not going to front for the camera and act as if this video is going to shift that opinion one way or the other. We need to know. It always comes down to one word: balance. Are we going to have the proper mix and match of crossing, of wing play, of being able to play centrally, narrow, offensive, defensive, somewhere in between, possession play, tiki-taka, pass and move, razzle, dazzle. I want that cinnamon toast crunch, Rice Krispies, make it pop. But I do look forward to the comments. I'm sure there will be many, many opinions. I haven't got on social media yet, so this is raw, unfiltered. I haven't consulted with anybody. I'm gonna watch this back a few more times. We could do a secondary analyzation. EA, give us a practice mode. But I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.